What's up? It's your boy Anthony Simmons here with Higher Heights, and if you're watching this channel, then you already know what to expect. This is the only channel that stands for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. With that being said, with no further ado, we're going to get into a great mini episode that I have for you all today. Things that I don't understand and kind of get on my nerves a little bit. This is a segment that I wanted to start to try to get some understanding between genders or different races and all of those kind of things. But for the sake of today's topic, we're going to be talking about respect. We're going to be talking about respect for genders and the lack thereof between each gender, and the reason why I feel like most relationships don't work out. Now, with that being said, if you're new to the channel, let me tell you what you can do to the channel. You can go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this with your friends if you get something out of it. And don't give glory to me, give glory to God. Hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss when I'm dropping content like that. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. One thing that I don't understand and kind of irks my nerves a little bit is when we lift women up high because of having a baby. Like, I do understand the precious miracle of childbirth. It's nothing more beautiful that I've ever experienced in my life than witnessing my daughter being born, because that's one of the births that I was able to be in the operating room or in the birthing room when she was getting ready to have a baby. It was awesome. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything in the world, to experience the miracle of life. But I hate that we place such a high value on the fact that the woman is actually having the baby when the man plays an integral, important role in it as well. To say that the man is not just as important in creating that child as the woman is to say that an apple seed is more important than the sunshine and the rain that it takes to bring and provide nutrients for that seed to be able to grow. Men have to start to value and respect the fact that, yes, we do have the seed in us. We do have the nurturing juices that actually create that child that's in that woman. We both have intricate parts and a role to play in that. When we respect each other's roles and what we bring to the table, then we begin to have a different love and a different view on each other. And I think that is what brings a different respect and love for each other. Also, with that being said, I just don't like how we place a woman higher. I don't want to make a woman feel lower than me, and I'm definitely not going to make her feel higher than me, because as a man, I play an essential role in the relationship as well. You understand what I mean? We have to develop a healthy respect for each other and what we provide in those relationships. I think a lot of times these days, not just these days, because it occurred over time, where we lift women up on pedestals. We lift women up on pedestals, yet they want to be respected like a man, yet they want to be equal to a man. Well, in order to be equal, then we need to realize that both parties do bring something to the table. I was watching I don't know if it was on TikTok or Instagram, where the lady was trying to say that, you know, men live a different reality than the women. And that's a true statement. Men live a different reality, because making it happen for a woman is totally different than making it happen for a man. Like she said, the viewer, I can't tell you who she is because I can't remember her name. I would give her a shout out, but I can't remember the name. But she was stating how, you know, a woman always has a crush. She always has somebody to fall back on. If it isn't anybody in her immediate family, she's a woman, and men are always wanting something from a woman. They have something of value. Even if it's only that one thing that they have, they're able to use that to get what they want if they need be. They don't have to be hungry, or if they're hurting or need something, people will check on a woman, and it's not considered her being weak because she's a woman, she's a female. It doesn't work that way, vice versa for a man. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way for a man. From the moment a man is born, you're taught that you got to get it out the mud. You got to get it yourself. You know, you got to go out here and grind. People don't look at a needy man the same way they look at a needy woman. You know, men are taught to go out here and get it. We are the providers, we are the covers, and we're the protectors. I'm not trying to complain. This is not a complaining message. It's just a totally different world and reality that we live in. So to say that we are treated the same is just not realistic, and we need to get out of that viewpoint. I teach people this also as well as we go on to this live. Y'all can understand. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button. Y'all know what I'm trying to do here on this channel, on this platform at Higher Heights. We're trying to grow the audience. We're trying to elevate and take people to the next level. concerning Christ and concerning relationships in this world. So with that being said, I teach people this all the time. Men and women are different. And they're different for a reason because of the roles and responsibilities that we have in the relationship. We're always talking about masculine energy and femininity and feminine energy. And those are two different roles. And in order to walk in those roles, we have to understand the differences between men and women. I say this, as a human nature, we are all emotional, meaning that we all have emotions. We all have feelings. But the difference between a man and woman is a woman can be driven by her emotions. 99% of the time, a woman is driven by her emotions. Don't get offended, ladies. It's just the truth. And it's cool that you be driven by your emotions. The same cannot be said for a man. A man is not allowed to be driven by his emotion, nor should he be driven by his emotions. What I mean by that is this. Women are allowed to get angry and do things because they're mad. A woman can go out here and get mad at you and do the worst, most horrible thing in the world because she is mad. That anger, that emotion has driven her to do something out of the passion of that anger. Men are expected to be objective, and we should be objective. This is our role that we play. A woman, the same way, vice versa, a woman could love you, and out of that love, she'll do things that she never thought she would for a man, because that emotion of that love, the way she expresses it through that emotion, is she'll do things that she'll do for this man, this particular man, that she would have no otherwise done for somebody that she did not feel that emotion for. You understand what I'm saying? A man, they always say this, and this is true, if a man can control his emotions and his penis, for lack of better terms, if a man can control his emotions and his penis, that's going to be a great leader because he can control those things. Men should not react or respond out of emotions. And if you have a good man, he's probably not going to be that way. He's going to be rational. He's going to be objective. He's going to see big picture. This is why we live in a world full of women that have masculine energy, because they're walking in the role of men. They're emotionless. You see a lot of women now who can't be feminine. They can't live in their emotions, which they should be able to be. They're mothers. They're the most beautiful thing ever created because they're able to hold a baby for 9 months. Their hormones are created different than ours. Their bodies are different than ours. So they ought to have these emotions. Men should not. But you have a lot of men that act like women. They're thinking out of their emotions. They make decisions based on how they're feeling and not looking at the bigger picture, not looking at the tomorrow, and men should always have a stable, steady mind. The women are allowed to be emotional. A man is not allowed to be emotional. See, we're here to cover and protect a woman from those emotions. A woman is the most beautiful gift that could ever be given to a man. Same way, vice versa. I feel like a man is an awesome gift for a woman. And then when we realize that it takes a balance in life, nobody's more important than the other one. We just fulfill different roles. You understand what I'm saying? And the only way you can respect that is if you think with a team mindset. It's no longer me, me, me. In a relationship, it takes both parties to make this thing work. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't have that, you don't have a great team. When I play team sports, you have somebody on the team that's the number one scoring option. He scores all the points and usually gets all the attention. You know, a lot of people, you can look at it one or two ways. You can get jealous or hate, but that's his skill that he brings to the team. He's the scorer. And a lot of times people don't look at the person who does the dirty work, the defending and the rebounding and the diving on the ground to get there. But that is just as important to that team as that scoring, because without those things, you don't have the complete version of what that team makes. And if that scorer doesn't respect the man who does the dirty work, well, guess what? You're going to have conflict on the team. If the person who does the dirty work is hating or is jealous of the attention that the scorer is getting, then guess what? You're going to have conflict on that team. And that's usually not going to be a very good team. But when everybody on the team understands their role, appreciates who they are, realizes that their function is just as important as the scorer, as the star, then hey, everybody know who they are, what role they're here to fulfill. Same way in relationships. You could do the same thing for friendships, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about relationships. When a woman is secure in who she is, when a man can make a woman feel secure, And we're going to go vice versa. But when a man makes a woman feel secure in who she is, she's allowed to live in her femininity. And her femininity, I guess I'm saying that right. But a man can make a woman feel secure to where she's allowed to walk in that femininity. A woman can make a man feel secure in his headship, secure in his leadership, to where he can walk in that masculine energy. Too many times we're not making a woman feel secure enough. She's not feeling secure. When a woman doesn't feel secure, she takes matters into her own hands. Come on, somebody help me if I'm lying. Hashtag in the comments. Do y'all feel like the reason a woman takes things in her own hands because she doesn't have a man that makes her feel secure enough and that she can be vulnerable? That's a man's job, to make her feel secure enough to be vulnerable. The same way, vice versa, a woman should make a man feel secure enough that he can lead with all confidence and courage to face another day. So all I'm saying to y'all is it's a balance. And until we discover that balance, nobody's more important than any. It reminds me of in the Bible, when the Bible speaks on no body part, no member of the body is more important than any other member. Christ being the head, Christ being the head. Everything else is under Christ and him being the head, and no member is more important than the other. I know we like to preach in the church, the man is the head. They drive that point home. And while they are right and correct in saying this, the Bible says the man is the head of the wife. They are right in driving that home and that dynamic in the order of the structure of the house. It's still not to make the wife feel any less important. This is why you have to know who you are and be confident in who you are, because you're no less important than a man because his role is the headship. He needs you just like you need him. But if you don't study to show thyself approved, women, you're fighting the same battle and you have the same curse as a woman who's still in darkness, who's still living in sin, who's still living in the world. What is that curse? Those women are always trying to prove how equal they are. They're always butting heads with men because they're not confident and secure in the role that God has given them. This is why we have people who are insecure in their gender, who are confused about who they are because they want to be something that God didn't send him here. But when God sent me here, 6'4", black, 240, sometimes 250 pounds, when he sent me here in order for me to respect who I am, I have to learn to honor what God created. He created me this way. I'm happy with who I am now. So when I put all of this together, I'm saying that's something that gets on my nerves when we try to make one person better than the other, when we lift a woman up higher. Yes, our women ought to be appreciated, but men ought to be appreciated as well. We have to respect each other, and then we will live a better quality of life. I believe relationships will be more healthier, and all of the above. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell, because you definitely don't want to miss when I'm dropping content like this. With that being said, y'all be blessed.